Just a late afternoon update. Just looking at what I've got here in Bitcoin. Bitcoin is going up into a negative area again. How that plays out, I don't know. What I can see is that coin is very negative, even in the lower time frames. And the time frame that I think you can see stuff getting laid off in is in the 15 minutes, and it definitely tells us what's going to happen into the close and tomorrow. So at the moment, we are starting to dip. We've got 5 periods, 6 periods left before the close in the 15 minute. This could start to build, but we haven't really seen anything yet. There's a little bit of buying. Don't know whether it's reactive or not, as they were selling a little bit yesterday before the open. I can see in the groupings here in the NAS, we can see that the Qs, there's a little bit of a buy there, but not much. Basically selling in 15 minutes. You can see in the NDX as well. There's a little bit of new buying in the NDX. It did look a lot greeny yesterday. We saw this, a little bit of green. We saw it open up and then it's closed down. Again, the NQ, there's a little bit of buying in there, but if we go and have a look at the time layout in the Qs, it's that little open up just has disappeared and it's gone flat. Just a quick look at the SPY in the let's go into the 15 minutes. So the SPY in the 15 minutes is look, it's starting to get a bit of a buy on. Looks like it might bump up a little bit into the afternoon. SPXL, which is probably the, it did see a little bit at the open, definitely selling. And what we noted yesterday was the VIX was coming off, and the VIX definitely has come off. If I just open up the VIX, here. Oh, actually, I'll just open a VIX page. If we just have a look at the VIX and where it is today, it's come off 3%. It was a pretty easy trade, but it didn't come off. It didn't show us anything in the SPY or the Qs. It hasn't resolved that way. And then as the day has moved on, we've seen a little bit of buying start to come back in, which is probably what we're seeing reflected in the SPX proxies and the NASDAQ proxies. Here we can see we're starting to see a little bit of buying across the VIX spectrum. A little bit of selling during the afternoon. We'll have to see how that plays out in the open interest. But there was a little trade there. If you bought at the open, it's back down 3%, so it was a good selling trade for the day. Gold, we did think was, or I did think that it was coming up, and it has definitely played that there was some selling into the close. Having a quick look at it, all of them are off a little bit, even though we had quite good buying in American Eagle. SoGold has looked okay. It did have a good buy late into the afternoon, but it has backed off a little bit now. And we're just really flat. There's not a great deal happening in the futures. Gold, look, if it did dip down, might look a little bit better tomorrow. It has sort of had some reasonable buying in during the day, or at least closing of hedging. See how that opens up. If we just coin, there we go. We can see that coin just looks terrible in the 15 minutes. And let's just have a quick look at GME. GME, is selling it. Look, we've had a little bit coming into the close there, but there's not a lot in it. It's just moving with the market. A little bit of vol compression.